Welcome back to On the Edge Survival. This is our weekly prepping series. This is what you're looking at currently is what we have acquired from week 1, 2, and 3. And if you're just starting out with us, be sure to go back and look at those videos, and it kind of explains why we're doing what we're doing and how we're going about doing it. So let's take a look at what we've done this week. This is a combination video of week 4 and 5, and I combined these two into one video because week 4 did not have very many things on the list at all, so I thought this was an excellent opportunity for us to get a little bit ahead of schedule. So week 4 actually had 3 things, and that's going to be plumber's tape, a crowbar, and a smoke detector with battery. So let's look. We went ahead and did the Teflon tape. We got a crowbar. I know it's very hard to see in this, but there it is. Let me talk about the smoke detector. I did not buy a smoke detector. I took it for granted that you all have them in your homes already. I have one in mine. Make sure you check the batteries. That's important. If you have a bug out shelter, a place that you're going to go in case of bad times, just keep in mind it might be a good idea to bring your smoke detector along with you. Unless you already have one there, and then in that case, like I said, make sure you change the batteries. So I did not buy one of those. One thing I added to week 4 that was not on the list was a strap wrench. I just saw this, and these are really handy for opening up things or sometimes taking things apart. I took the breech off the back of a muzzle loader with one a few days back, and it's a handy tool, and because the rubber strap here, you're not going to scratch, you know, metals or things, so that's a good thing to have. And so I saw it, I thought let's go ahead and add that to the list. As always with any week, I'm always adding ammunition, and I'm going with 12 gauge shotgun shells because I have a 12 gauge shotgun, because it's the shot load number 6 shot that I'm buying is relatively cheap, and a lot of people have 12 gauge, so it's a pretty common shotgun out there, so that's a good thing to buy. There's not really a shortage of 12 gauge shotgun shells like there are in other ammunitions. Now is the time of plenty, so now is the time to buy, because there may come a day, folks, where we can't buy 12 gauge shotgun shells. So let's go ahead and just buy some here and there. Let me kind of scan over. As with every week, I like to add something medical related to our kit. These are just motion sickness tablets. It's actually meclizine is the drug, and these were on sale for like $1. I think there's 8 tablets there, so I got 2 of those. One for each week since we're combining weeks here. So that was what was on week 4. Let's take a look at week 5. Week 5 read a gallon of water, a can of meat, a can of fruit, a can of vegetables, 2 rolls of toilet paper, extra toothbrush, and toothpaste. So once again, I went out and bought some Deer Park water, and this is a little bit over a gallon of water. So we've gone above that requirement. I'm buying, folks, things that I like. I know I like Deer Park water. To me, it tastes good. There's no funny aftertaste. I like it. The canned goods that I'm buying, I like them, and so I buy it. It does you no good to buy 1,000 cans of, you know, a food that you're not particularly fond of, and you know, you can sit back and think, well, you know, if it's a survival situation or if times are bad, I'll eat whatever just to live, and you will. But folks, morale is a big part of survival, and it helps your morale tremendously if you enjoy the food that you're eating. So now is the time of plenty. You know, there's no shortage of canned foods, so buy canned foods that you like. So for the meat requirement, I did this Campbell's Chunky Sirloin Burger with country vegetables. Adjacent to that, we have 2 cans of sliced pears, and on the other side of the Deer Park water, we have vegetable soup. So I did 2 cans of each, so I went above the requirement because it only asked that you do 1. Behind the water, you'll notice this is a Charmin toilet paper, and there's actually 4 rolls. It's really hard to buy a 2-roll package, and folks, that's going to be a really valuable commodity, you know, in bad times, is toilet paper. So that's a good thing to have, and you need to be thinking about buying that. So that is all for week 4 and 5. We've combined the weeks. I spent $54.36 on the, combining these 2 weeks together. And that is it. So folks, stay tuned for week 6.